All right, Songbirds, we're back. And you already know I talked about this, but I want to talk about it in a little bit more extensively for this episode, which is going to help you to realize that there will always be someone to have an opinion about your voice. Yes, your voice. Handling criticism as a singer, growing without breaking. This is important. Today, we're talking about something that's even bigger, right? Because singers can get broken when it comes to feedback. You're going to have to face it, whether you're just starting out or you've been singing for years. Oh, yes, whether you've been singing for years, you're going to get the C word, criticism. You have to know not just how to hear it, but how to handle it without losing yourself in the process. So, first and foremost, as I said, criticism is the inevitable. Someone is going to tell you about your singing. I have sometimes people who tell me they want to sing, but it's the one thing that they don't want to do? You guessed it, sing. They don't want you to hear them. So that means they don't want to sing because to sing, someone has to hear you. So let's be real. If you put your voice out there in the world, people are going to have opinions. Stop playing. It's just going to happen. You've got to get over that and give in to the fact that someone's going to have an opinion of what you sound like. Some people are not going to like your singing. You may not like my singing. It's okay. People have opinions, but the question is, do they need a seat at that table? Are they valid as far as somebody who's giving you criticism, or are they someone who's trying to rip you apart or tear you down? And let's just get it and keep it real. In this world, there's a lot of that. So people are going to be full of opinions. Some are going to be helpful. Some are going to be harsh. Let's just call it what it is. And some will have nothing to do with your growth at all. So why are you listening to them? So the goal isn't to avoid criticism, is to learn how to navigate through it. Picture a boat in a sea, and you've got all these different elements in the way, the Titanic, iceberg ahead. Do you hit it full on, or do you try your best not to? Because if you hit it, you already know what the end of that story is. So you've got to learn how to navigate through criticism and learn how to handle what people have to say. Let's break that down. Not all criticism is created equal. So there's going to be constructive criticism, which I like to call construct, meaning it builds up. It's the kind of criticism that you want. It's specific, it's actionable, it's meant to help you improve. You ever been at a job and someone gives you constructive criticism and says, you know what, I see that you're moving all of those items, by hand. Let me show you that there's a wagon in the back that you can put these items on and you could be able to pull in more in product faster. Is that constructive? Yes, it just helped you do your job better. It didn't say you couldn't do your job, lazy bone or fool or whatever. It just says, hey, there's a tool out there that can help you, or, there's some way to build you up. That's constructive criticism. It's specific. There's a wagon. It's actionable. You can go get it. It's meant to help you to improve. Destructive criticism is the total opposite. Instead of specific, it's very vague. They don't really give you anything to connect with. There's no pictures that your mind can create. It's personal. They're attacking, in a sense, your character or who you are. You don't know what you know, that type of thing. Or meant to tear you down. It doesn't build you up. It's meant to really attack your person. And if it attacks your person, we all know what discouragement can do, and discouragement leads to quitting. So, how to receive feedback without shutting down. I want you to try something. When you hear feedback, don't react immediately. Pause. Ask yourself, is there something here I can use? Regardless of who it's coming from, is there something here that I can use? Because even poorly delivered feedback can sometimes hold the truth. I've certainly given people feedback, and in the past, it may not have been my best way of giving them feedback, but it was the feedback that they needed. And if they would have stuck with it, it's everything that they need to go forward. However, I don't have any students that have told me that I've given them poor feedback. If anything, they've said to me, Mari, no, I don't get that from you at all. But I feel if I'm being critical of myself, I feel like I could improve, and I have improved with delivering feedback. But that's just to give you an example, right? How you can leverage feedback even if it's poorly delivered. Look for the truth in the feedback. You sound nasally. You sound tense. You ran out of air. I heard you cut the note. Things okay, right? Whatever it is, I'm making up things, but you'll know when you hear the criticism. Don't take everything personally. And this one is very hard, right? How do I not take it personal? It's my personal voice. But not every opinion is about your voice. Sometimes it's about personal taste. There are songs out there that I certainly don't gravitate to automatically. It's not my personal taste. It's not my style preference, or I may hear limitations in someone. I remember giving a student a singer, and we dissected that singer. And I showed them where that singer wasn't breathing properly. And this is a professional singer. And they were shocked. And they were like, I never heard that until you broke it down. Listen, criticism is out there. Now that professional singer will never hear from me. I'm never going to tell them because that's not what I'm here to do. It was just for me to offer feedback. If that singer were to come to me and I say, this is what I heard, then I could say, you know what, yes, right here, this is what I'm hearing, this, that, and the other. But deliver it in such a way that builds them up, not brings them down. So don't internalize everything that the person says about you. Don't make it that it's so bad, right? Think in terms of how do I grow from what I heard. Protect your confidence, and this is where balance comes in, right? The reason why I say protect your confidence is because you have to understand that if somebody keeps throwing darts at you, something's going to hurt after a while, and it can hurt your chances for moving forward. So be open enough to grow, but grounded enough not to be shaken. Because if every opinion changes how you feel about your voice, you're never going to be stable. So I remember a time, this is my story moment, when I received feedback that really stayed with me. I was auditioning for a showcase and I had to hit this big note and I couldn't hit the note, and I tried something different. And I remember before doing the showcase, one of the teachers said to me, you can, somebody said, oh, she can't hit the note. And the person said she could hit it if she breathed right here. I took the cue from that person and I practiced breathing where they told me to breathe, and I nailed the note live. You see what I'm saying? Use that criticism to build you up and to help you versus taking it personally. I could have been like, well, who is she to tell me? Well, she was right. Don't do that. Listen to criticism. Criticism will make you better. It will make you nail your target with practice. So I had to decide that criticism wasn't going to break me. I was going to let it build me instead. Okay. So, how do you use criticism for growth? Write it down. What did they say about your voice? Identify patterns. Is it true what they're saying? Maybe when I go to sing this song A, I heard it when I got to the midsection. And then when I went to sing the other song in song B, I heard it maybe on the bridge. Oh, they're right. I do this with my voice. How do I fix that? Now you can hear it. And now how do I fix it? Maybe if that person is a teacher, you can ask them, how do I fix this issue? I'm hearing it. I have a student that she was more operatic sometimes, so I would have to change the way she shaped her notes. So you see what I'm saying? It's constructive criticism. It's to build the person up, and then when they can hear it and they can catch it, then she would change it herself. That's just diction, right? So like an Aussie person, oh, with your HUD, talking things like that. It's their accent, so they may have to lose their accent when they're singing. You see what I'm saying? And learn how to phrase and do things a little bit different. Listen to the criticisms because they're there to help. It's constructive. It's going to build you up. Now, I also had another singer who would sing properly. She would sing properly, like her phrasing was proper. So times when she should have changed the way she referred to something, ain't no lie, bye, bye, bye. Ain't no lie, bye, bye, bye. You can't say boy, boy, boy. It's not going to come out right if you're singing NSYNC's song. You have to sing it the same way they're singing it as far as their phrasing. So listen to constructive criticism if somebody helps you try to sing a song and they find out that you're not phrasing correctly or you're not hitting certain notes correctly. Listen, or you're not breathing correctly or your posture's wrong. Listen to the criticism so they can build you up and you can learn from it. All right. Do that. Write it down. Identify the patterns. See if you can correct them. Course correct based off what you've written down. And then work on what aligns with your goals. For example, if someone says, you know what, I notice you don't hold your note correctly, then you should start practicing. I need to learn to hold my notes. You see, that's intentional. That will help you. And then know when to cut off the note. There's some people think, oh, I can hold my note forever. No, nobody want to hear that. There's times in a song where we don't want you to hold the note. We want you to cut the note off. You've got to know when. You've got to learn. Okay? Learn and then leave the rest behind. Don't take the negative meaning. Learn and keep learning. But don't learn and stay in a negative headspace. You've got to change your mindset. Choosing who you listen to. Everyone has an opinion, but not everyone should have influence. Choose voices that understand singing. In other words, don't be taking advice from people who really don't understand what they're talking about. They could lead you down a rabbit hole. You're not trying to be funny. I remember someone said something to me, and I said, excuse me, I have a question. Do you sing? I just out of the blue. Do you sing? And they said, well, no, I don't sing. Like I sing in the shower, this, and that, and the other. And I said, that's the difference. You don't understand what it means for me to be a singer because you're not a singer. And it wasn't harsh what I was saying to them. They were really trying to stop me from going out and pursuing music. And I had to help them to appreciate you don't have this thing, you don't have this ability. It's hard for me to tell you about something if you don't feel it as well. You can give me advice on it, I'll take that, but you can't stop me from pursuing something that is good for me just because you don't understand it. That was where that was coming from. You get it? So be genuine, respect your growth, and be around people who do respect your growth and genuinely want to see you improve. That's what matters. Now, staying true to your voice. At the end of the day, you are still the artist. Feedback can guide you, but it should not erase you. Your voice, your style, your expression, that's yours. Criticism's going to come, but how you respond to it, that's what shapes you. That's what shapes you. That's what makes you who you are to the core. So don't let it silence you. Let it strengthen you. Until next time, keep singing, keep growing, and protect your voice. And remember this. Remember this. This is very important. I'm going to give you some things to keep saying to yourself as you're going through these different um, points of criticism with people. Think this way. Some criticism isn't meant to help you, it's meant to shake you. And your job as an artist is to stay grounded anyway. Practical. If you hear the same feedback more than once, pay attention. From different people, pay attention. That's not hate, that's a pattern. And patterns can help you lead to growth if you single them out and fix. Again, not everybody deserves a seat at your table, but the right ones are going to help you grow. I hope you have a good evening, or good day, or good morning. Songbird out.